Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 51. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here and welcome back to this week's news report that has plenty of news regarding solar farm. Things are really moving forward here, and on top of that you also have an excellent opportunity to actually double your investment. So on Christmas Eve there will be doubling in, and we will explain a bit more about it later. We're also going to have a look at the video we made with the Elevate Pass CEO in the past week here, where he mentions quite a few things that are coming up. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely something also we're going to show you a bit more about here later in the program. And on top of that, obviously we're going to have a look at our trading robots. We're going to see how well they've done. We believe this might be the last week where we're going to see the big profits now that the Forex market is slowly but surely flattening out, as well as the crypto markets here. So things are calming down a bit and a lot of people are already going on holidays. So we do not expect any big movements so in the next week or so. But let's start, and why not start at Yieldnodes as we normally do. We are coming up now here to the 5% quarterly profits that we hopefully should be used to at the end of the year, or at least beginning of 2023. We do expect that when you go in on your platform on the 1st of January or 2nd of January, that this will be updated so we can see the profit itself. You still won't be able to take it out, you won't be able to withdraw it, but it will be there as paper money. So far so good, and from there on we will have to see how fast we're going to go back to the old monthly system. Now if you also have a look and you still want to go out or at least sell part of your Yieldnodes investment here, you have the marketplace which is set up within the platform, and at the moment up until the 25th of December you can sell that with 70% discount, or you basically get 30% out of what you will like to sell. You don't have to sell everything, you can sell just part of it, or you can sell part of it at different percentages also, but in increments it will go up. And at the moment we just had a quick look in on the platform itself, and we can see there is still about 4 that are at 20%. And they don't automatically go up to 30 just because the percentage changed. No, they will stay at the same level. If they've been put in at 20% at that given time, they will stay there. We didn't actually know this, but good to know at least, so that the ones that are set, they will not automatically update to 20, 30 or 40% as we go along here. If you are more interested in selling, or if you're interested in buying here, so we still have the video also on the Yieldnodes marketplace. The claims revealed exactly how this works, and obviously we covered both the buy and the sell section. So this is one to go in if you have an interest in either getting in or out of Yieldnodes. If we also have a look at the SAPP and Sapphire coins, there's not really much positive to say about all of this at the moment. So the return on the investment is slightly down by a couple of percent, and if the shared masternoding is anything to go by, then we are up about 2.4% for this particular week, and that is the only positive thing, because overall coin development is actually down by another couple of percent, and we are now looking at minus 82%, so ouch, not very good. It looks like this, and we saw a bit of a retracement a couple of weeks back. Since then it still continues to drop slightly, but definitely it doesn't look like the bottom has been reached yet. We will have to wait and see for that. PNY, similar to this one here, slightly down on the return on the investment per year, but not by much, so just about 1% or so. And the shared masternoding is also a bit below the 10%. Let's have a look. No, just above the 10%, 11% here actually for the week. And again, most probably the only positive thing we can see from there. Overall coin development is down by another 3% this week, and we are very close to the all-time low, so minus 95.18%. Also here, nothing positive to take out of that. And if we have a look at the graph itself, you can see it has basically completely flattened out. We are down to about 1 or 2 cents or 1 or 2 0.02 on the euro. So not really much to come by here. We will all have to see how the roadmap is going to work for Yieldnodes in the future before we see some good positive spikes again out of any of these coins. Having a look at Birake, which has been the most positive one in the last many months since we got the bad news here out of Yieldnodes. Not looking good here either. Return on the investment is down from 138% last week to 133, so 5% down. Shared masternoding, well, we are still getting a good percentage in, so this particular week it's about 5%. But overall coin development, again, it's at the new all-time low. So we're down to minus 19% now. And it looks like this. Obviously, there's a bit more movement going on as this is the exchange itself. But unfortunately, the trend seems to be going in a downward direction. Downward direction is also the Bitcoin versus the USDT here. And when we left it last week, we ended up about 18,000. Since then, it was dropping, and now it's trading sideways. And we believe most probably that it will trade something similar in that range that we are in now. And that means around the 16,400 mark up until 17,000. I will be quite surprised if we're going to see any big movements so in the next week. But obviously time will tell. It all depends on what the markets are doing. Elevate Pass, also here 0% for that particular week of 51. We don't expect anything coming out of there. So this particular year, but we do have a video this week. So with Raphael, the Elevate Pass CEO, where we have a fairly short interview. I believe it's only about 25-30 minutes. And this was released this week, where we talk about what is the future, what are the roads ahead. And he actually revealed quite a few things that he wants to introduce. Unfortunately, not in all details, but definitely the first roadmap is always nice. And we will follow up with him, most probably in January again, where things will be a bit more official. And he will be able to share even more information. So if you are in with Elevate Pass and you gave up on this back then, there is good news ahead. So please go and have a look at the video and see what is to come. He also mentioned here again that the Elevate Pass is still very much alive, as we continue to say. You can actually go out and sell some of these crypto training courses here, and you can also use some of the investments itself within the CoinFriend. And CoinFriend is basically one of the parts that's going to be developed and expanded on in the future, and we would love to hear a bit more about it in 2023. Going over to Trillant, we have now seen that everything has been released. So you can now basically move into 2 different exchanges with your 3. And this is the video we made for that. It was already released now about 10 days ago. And just showing you how to move the money from your Trillant platform itself into XT or CoinStore, and from there on over to your wallet. So if you haven't done that yet, or if you just want to have a go at it, then this is the video to help you get started. I have to remind you again here also that there is limitations of how much you can move, and up until the end of the year it is still tokens for a value of up to $2,500. When we come into January, it will be a value up until $5,000. And then again in February it will be 10,000, and 1st of March it will basically be unlimited. And hopefully also 1st of March we will also see the Trill stablecoin itself being released, and that will definitely also help people now that we currently can see that the token is a bit down. And if you have a look at the platform itself, if you go in on the Trillium platform right now, you will see that the token is now down to 5 cents. Don't forget, in the beginning we were actually offered this one at 5 cents as a pre-launch. Since then it was set up to 10, and then it was the market value that was taking over. It went all the way up to $1, and now it's come down again, and we're going to have a closer look at that on both the 2 exchanges. But before we do that, we just want to tell you again here that there is a bit of a raffle. So there is a setup where you can now win a BMW Z4 Roadster here, and there is still a few days left until the end of the year. And exactly how you can do this, you can go and look at the raffle website itself, the www.trillant.com/raffle. He will tell you exactly what you can do, but you have to use new money. You cannot take the tree that you have on your platform itself. You have to put it in one of the exchanges. You have to buy the tree, transfer it over to the Trillant platform, and from there on you also have to buy a package, and the package has to be a 52-week one, so that it's locked in for at least the first year. But all the details are exactly there, so go and have a look if you want to be part of that raffle. And this is what this picture is all about here again. The raffle should only work for the 52 weeks, and they're gonna have a look at the blockchain also, so make sure that you document it yourself maybe also, so in case you are the winner you don't have any issues or trouble with it later. Obviously you can still go in and stake for the 4, 9 and 26 weeks if that's what you want. The yield and the percentages are still there. The raffle is just the cream on top. And if we have a look at the Trillant tutorial that we also made here regarding the restaking, so if you're interested in doing the restaking, you haven't really done anything yet other than transfer when it was Birake, then this is the video to watch. Let's move over to xt.com, and you can see here on the exchange that the price also here, similar to what we have seen on Bitcoin, has stabilized a bit, but it's still very, very low. So 0.01168, it's on the xt.com. And if we have a look at CoinStore, it's pretty much the same here. So 0.01171, and obviously that is way too low. So definitely we are holding on to our currency so far. We don't really want to exchange at this particular low rate right now, and we're hoping that once people have gotten the first part of the money out, see the system is working, that slowly but surely the price will go up. But most probably we'll have to go all the way to 2023, so at least 10 days in, and to see if there's going to be any shift, any change in the future. Over to Solar Farm, and Solar Farm has a lot to offer these particular weeks, so we have seen quite a good development on the platform itself. And now this is the exciting part here, where the Solar Farm for the miner version 2.0, only the version 2.0 I have to say here, they are cutting the exchange rate in half, and basically what that means here is from 7 p.m. UTC on the 24th of December here, so every single holder of solar panels in the version 2 miner will have their panel value doubled. So very nice thing, so meaning if you have 10 BNB panel value before the event, you will now have 20 after the fact. We are lucky enough, we've been in there since the beginning, so we have a lot more, and obviously this is an excellent opportunity to establish again Solar Farm. So we are very happy with what is happening now. It looks like the developers is going in the right direction, and we're getting a nice hype on all of this once more. This is also another cherry on the top, definitely. If we have a look at the announcement that has also come out this week here, they will now have a chance also to go into a giant jackpot, so basically another opportunity to win in here. Solar Frenzy is the exclusive jackpot game that will be featured in the Solar Kingdom at launch. You deposit solar panels in order to participate in the winning jackpot. There's a timer that counts down, and then the timer, when it reaches 0, the last person who invested in this will be the winner of the jackpot. However, there is also every single time that somebody is investing, the timer again will increase a certain amount. So you need to pay attention to this if you want to be part of it. So that sounds very good, and overall the saying here, the Solar Farmer miner version 2.0 again will be upgraded with the Solar Frenzy game after the Solar Kingdom have showcased what it can offer. Very good news for the miners themselves that are in there, similar to us. We're looking very much forward to it, and definitely we're gonna try and also set up a video, hopefully with some of the developers in the near future. If we have a look at how well we have done on the Solar Farm version 2 in the last week, we can see the TVL is coming up. It was at 37 last week, now it's at 45, so nice development of 21%. Panels owned is up, also very similar to what we've seen before, about 71%. But our panel value on the BNB continues to rise. Last week it was 95, now it's 204. So basically we have more than doubled, 115%. And that is quite impressive. That's what we've been waiting for a very long time. We've been compounding. We are way beyond the 1,000 compounds. So that also means that we're getting the extra percentage that the solar farm version 2 has to offer. Exchange rate is also in the positive. It was at 9 last week, now it's actually down. So for the last many months it has been vice versa, but 20% is also helping, making sure that the panel value goes up. If we have a quick look at the BNB versus USD, we can see that that has been dropping ever since last week, where we left it around the 265 mark. And ever since then, it was dropping closely down to 220 just for a brief moment. And now it's in the area of $245, $246. So a bit low compared to what we have seen in recent months. Solar Farm 1, pretty much stable, and it changed, unfortunately, to a bit negative here just before we were shooting this video. Before that, we saw a couple of green numbers all the way around, but TVL, pretty stable, so from 11.2 last week to 11.5, so up by around 2%. Panels owned, also very stable, 165%. But the panel value here, we just dropped, as we said, we were at 1% in positive. And now we can see that both the panel value and the daily rewards has gone back into slight minus, so just -1. So overall, not too bad, but obviously we would like to see a little improvement on the version 1 too. AI marketing, not too much out of them. The first 22 days of profit from December, we can't really tell, so because still we have no access to the website itself. And we mentioned last week that there was a few things out there where you could see on the INB network that things were actually happening. And we saw some very technical and skilled guys telling us that basically the independent source saying that AI marketing is very much building up still the websites was the buildwith.com. And you could actually go in and have a look at these details to see what is actually happening. Nothing official from AI marketing, so we're not really going to dwell on that anymore. If we come to our robots, we have seen another good week, and we'll present you exactly the top 5 shortly. We have seen a few in drawdown last week, and we still have a few also this week here. So we can see the silver one is still there, the British pounds AUD, and the Euro USD. We do believe that New Zealand Swiss francs could come out of the drawdown either today or tomorrow. That will be nice, go back to the normal trading, and obviously help the rest of the portfolio create some nice profits. However, this is Christmas time, this is holiday time, so we think that everything is going to calm down a bit. So we do not expect big profits over the next couple of weeks, simply because that's what has been looked at in the future. If we have a look at this week, still very good, and we have a look at the US 30, which has done extremely well again here, 16.8%. or $1,680, so very nice and positive. We have seen the silver and the gold are also up there. And then New Zealand USD and Euro Japanese. Japanese has definitely trended after what came out of the Japanese government here. So a few changes, and we saw them. Some of the robots really cashed in very nicely and other ones didn't. Again, that is what you have the portfolio for, to make sure that you don't have just all eggs in one basket. So some are doing well, some are doing not so well, but overall, as you can see, the total part was $4,513 for the week, or 9%. We are quite happy with that for the top 5. Overall, obviously, all of them are still doing okay. We haven't blown any accounts. If you want to know more about this, and we can definitely see that this is getting more and more traction every single week, people are getting their eyes opened day by day on the profit retriever and what it can actually do for the traders themselves, because the results are so stable compared to many other EAs. You can go in and you will find all the details on how you can set this up, including some tutorials also to help you get started. Links to the Expert Forex, VPS, you name it, it's all in there. If you think it's way too much and you simply just want to set it up and have somebody else trade it for you, then it's the copy link trading you have to click on, and you also have all the links there where you need to go. You don't even have to buy the robot, and I believe that's what people really like. So they don't have to keep a close eye on it. All they have to do is analyze some of the results that has already been there, figure out which signals you want to copy, and from there on it should be hopefully smooth sailing. And Alex has also this week released a couple of videos, and this covers some of the signal trading again here, where he's basically saying, okay, are you a forex trader, are you a gambler, or are you an investor? And that also basically comes down to how much profit do you expect, what are your expectations on a weekly, monthly basis. So for the profit retriever, for the copy link service, and he goes through that in details, and quite interesting video definitely. On top of that, he also had a second one where again he's reviewing the best results, so for the link trading account. And again, what is the expectations? What do you need to look for? And the most important thing here is actually how to build a portfolio. So make sure that you don't just do 1 or 2 accounts. We definitely recommend you to do maybe 5, 10 or even 15 accounts to make sure you get a good stable results week on week, month on month. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. A lot of things are looking up. Obviously, a few of them are still waiting, and we are hoping that 2023 is going to kick everything back into high gear. So we are definitely not giving up. We are seeing some very positive trends over the last couple of weeks. So we have one more news report to send out before the end of the year. So I hope to see you on that one. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.